After spending many years to get my degree in agriculture, I finally have done it. Now I've moved back to my family farm to revive it. I only have $500 to my name and all the equipment I shall need to make millions. Let's revive my family's farm one day at a time. Welcome to Cattle RP. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. We have a lot of stuff to do today. We have to start with feeding our mothers. We need to get these fed, but we're not gonna worry about them instantly because the first thing we need to worry about is over here. We got to get on in the silage because all three fields are ready to be harvested. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this opportunity to go ahead and harvest all the fields and use it as a chance to put up all the crops, everything like that, just so we can get everything done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I also want to say while we're getting over here, getting our silage chopper hooked up and ready to go, please do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. Do what y'all do best. Alrighty, so we got the good old tractor starter, got an unfolder. Now this is where our life gets a lot more interesting, or some people say interesting, I say a lot more boring, because this is a very, very boring, tedious job. It's just going around here in circles and circles and circles, harvesting stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get one of the boys to come out here and harvest these fields for me. I'm gonna let them harvest, I'm gonna let him harvest this, which looks like we're doing a pretty good job already, and I'm gonna swap over to the other tractor, go ahead and feed the mother cows and kind of explain what we're planning on doing. So as of course everybody knows, we do have a lot of feed currently stored. What I'm kind of thinking to do for a plan right now is I want to get some yearlings possibly, and possibly just start doing that, because I think feeding yearlings off and raising like say like 100 yearlings, or let's actually see how many cows are over there. If we can fit 40 yearlings in the pasture, get 30 of them and just start tracking. But here's where the issue comes in. It's gonna cost some money, and if I want to do that, really don't need that combine setup over there if I want to just focus on cattle mainly, because I mean, I'm just gonna say the truth, you don't make as much money with just selling straight crops. I will admit the truth, you make more money off of dealing with animals. Okay, so for the mother cows, they have a good amount of their feed already, and looks like all the mother cows are with babies as well, so that tells me that we'll have ourselves some calves in the barn here pretty soon that will eventually be able to be moved over to the actual pasture. But like, I'm just gonna do the smart thing. Like, if I take a few minutes here and I look at what stuff is worth, 60,000 here. Well, I'm gonna keep this. I'm keeping the kills, bro. But I'm going to actually sell off this, and I'm going to also sell off this right here. So this right here will give me $100,000. So this is $100,000 to my name. What I can do is take this truck now and go buy me a bunch of, well, I got 6 heifers right now that are about to calve. So basically, I'm gonna come over here and buy as many of these calves as I can, all but 6, because heifers can only have 6 babies at one time. Plus, if we absolutely need to, we can leave them inside of there. So we'll just do it like this instead of worrying about anything else. We'll run calves back and forth like this kind of. We'll grow them out as beef cows and sell them at the appropriate times of the year. The ultimate goal is to switch over to the dairy farm. That is kind of like the ultimate goal at the end of the day. But of course, to be able to switch over there, we need $225,000. That's just for the actual farm itself. On top of that, we need the actual trailers that go with it, like the milk trailer. So that does count us down by a little bit of money. Yearlings, I can fit 10 in here. They start at 800 and they max out at 1,400 pounds. So it wouldn't be also a bad idea to save up for the next pen as well. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I know we're not going to be able to do any really big upgrades today. I know what we're mainly going to be doing today is transporting cow. Like, we're going to buy a bunch of calves. That will be our main thing we do in this episode, because I don't see us needing anything else today. Which, to feed these calves, if we absolutely need to, gotta unload them in here. There's 10, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it all. I'm gonna grab, you know what, 40 calves. I'll go get 40 calves. We're gonna fill these calves out, then we're gonna resell them, hopefully sell them for at least double what we paid for them, and then we'll just continue that kind of process for as long as we can. Yearlings, another 10, 9,924, and so this will definitely put us at a point where we need to be to keep the calves going, because I've got to come back for 2 more loads, because the calf barn itself can still hold calves. So I'm not really too worried about the calf barn. I'm more worried about like make sure we're rotating them. Do want to make sure like once we do empty this lot out, we do continue putting more calves in the actual cattle pasture itself, like, because you get more of a yield off of the cows that way. So from my understanding is the grazing pasture helps them out gain weight. So technically I don't have to feed the cows that's inside the pasture. They will still eventually max out, but if I continue adding food to them, they max out quicker, which gives me a little bit more of a peace of mind, especially when I'm trying to make as much money as I can as quick as I can. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The last 10 calves that we need is finally a part of us. So now we got to go ahead and take this over there to the barn, unload them, get hopefully feed wagon unloaded real fast, just so I can go ahead and start feeding these suckers and making sure they have full on their proteins, and we can get them basically fed out so that we can take them back and sell them to the market. And then we'll have to take our next steps very carefully, because I mean, we're fully into this cattle industry now. There's no going back. We have no other harvesters. This is what we got to deal with now. There's no loans. There's nothing like that we can get. And there we go. All 40 calves are put into there. We get the old tractor started. All right, so we got to take a good old trusty tractor here. Got to raise this up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually going to feed it. Since my grandpa left me some old bales over here, I'm actually going to go ahead and just take these over here just to keep these things fed, because I didn't see, I think it's still going. Yep, she's still slowly chucking along, and if she's still chucking along, I'd rather at least get these some hay or something just to get them out of the way, as I don't see us needing these hay bales in the future. We got that load put into there. Now we got to take the silage chopper back over here, go ahead and put her back out, lower her like she needs to be, put her, let him get back to work so that we are out of his way. But we at least have enough feed right now to go ahead and start feeding the calves over here. Hopefully go ahead and get some stuff going. But I'm gonna let this turn into a little bit of a timeline, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back, relax, enjoy. And there's another load right there into that. The kid decided he didn't want to do this field correctly, so I just decided I was going to go ahead and finish it up for him. So we'll go ahead and knock out the rest of this field real fast. I mean, I'm hoping I'll get a pretty decent amount. I know I'm gonna harvest that field over there still, and the other big field. Hopefully within the next few days I can get these cattle fattened up within a few months and at least start considering the sale. I don't know how much they're really going to truly going to be worth, but hopefully it's enough to make it worth it. We'll go ahead and start taking some loads of this over here. Hopefully feed the calves, because we need to get these things nice and fattened up. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today. We have a lot of stuff still to do. Hopefully the goal is by the next episode to have every field harvested, to start planting again, go ahead and get some more calves, hopefully maybe even sell these calves in the next episode. I'll definitely, actually, let's take a look real fast. If they're ready by March, that's when they're their highest peak. So if we're in March, we may get some pretty good numbers. Oh no, we'll definitely have to look at the numbers when it comes down to that time of the year. I definitely think we can possibly make enough money off of it to make it completely worth it. If we can sell each cow for double what we paid for it, that's 20 grand out there. That's the entire 40 grand sitting right there in that entire field. Kind of more or less what we needed. Maybe even pick up something to make our life a little bit more easy. Maybe like a grain trailer. I don't even think a grain trailer would really help us. Actually, you know what would be the best idea? To go ahead and get a second one of these. That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. So if we got a second silage wagon and chopper, that would mean we would be able to knock out silage twice as fast. Throw it on this tractor right here. We would be perfect. But ladies and gentlemen, no further ado, thank y'all so very much for the love and support y'all give me the series. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want to see more American farming, please hit the like button, subscribe, do what y'all do best. If you want to see more Farming Simulator, ladies and gentlemen, I've not forgot about that game. I've seen a lot of comments recently saying, go back to Farming Sim. I've seen them. You do have Farming Sim still coming. American farming is just new, and I'm trying to support my friends. That's why I'm still playing this as much as I am. But with no further ado, thank y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace!